Hi Leo, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your January 2017 reading. I'm really sorry that it's a little bit late, it's just that I have been extraordinarily busy with readings, plus I was staying at my family's house over the Christmas period. So over Christmas it's always really difficult, especially if I stay with my family, to record videos because there simply isn't the space. I've got a big house, but the rooms are always filled with different people and this, that and the other, so it's always very difficult to find the space to record. But luckily I did manage to do 3 readings on Christmas Eve when they were out, but when they come back, whoa. So I've just come back home today and I'm doing the rest of the 9 zodiac signs. So we're continuing with you, Leo, and we're going to see what's coming in. And also this month there's no inset box because I'm a little bit late with the readings. It takes time to get those, you know, because it's recorded via 2 different cameras, it's difficult to, you know, get the editing done quickly. So it's just me this month, the way that it used to be. So we're just going to close my eyes and I'm going to channel in on Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. What's coming in for Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs in January 2017? What's coming in for Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs? Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Just show me Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for January 2017. Show me. Okay, so we've basically meditated on the cards, Leo. I'm going to split the deck into 3. Collect it back up. And we're going to just start laying the cards. Okay. Okay, so right now, Leo, it's showing you in the you now position, you're the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is very responsible. So I feel that you're being very, very responsible, possibly around money. A lot of the readings have shown money for the month of January 2017. And that wouldn't be unusual, Leo, because we are coming out of the Christmas time period. So a lot of us are having to be really responsible around our money. And we're having to you know, look at our expenditure, for example, what we spend, what we need to save. You know, everybody practically in January, unless you are super duper rich, is thinking about, you know, well, what is it I'm doing for this year financially? The King of Pentacles, remember, all kings are rooted in earth. So this would be earth of earth, is the King of Pentacles. And what kings do is that they do. So the kings show how you approach situations, what you literally do in the everyday life. You get a queen and she's rooted in water. So a Queen of Pentacles, for example, would be water of earth. So queens derive their knowledge from their intuition, and they're all about, queens be, so queens are all about deriving the knowledge, and on that knowledge a king will act. So when you get a king, and a king can be anybody, it doesn't have, this isn't an earth sign that I'm looking at here. Could be an earth sign, but you know, this shows really you. And you know, we've got the moon showing up with this King of Pentacles in the you now position in January 2017. So I feel that you are I feel with the King of Pentacles takes responsibility for what he has. So it's not just about financial success, it's also about the earthly matters. So when you get a King of Pentacles, it's literally, kings are in charge. So they're in charge of earthly matters, things like the day-to-day running of the bills. So when you get King of Pentacles, it could be you that's in charge of the bills. You're in charge of paying the electricity, the water. You're in charge of buying the food, for example. The King of Pentacles is also somebody who is very cautious, and they're very, when you get a King of Pentacles, this is somebody who looks at a situation through very responsible eyes. That's what King of Pentacles is. It's somebody who is very, as I've mentioned, not just responsible, but he also takes his time to arrive at decisions, because he doesn't like making mistakes, does the King of Pentacles. But I feel it's almost something that you're very kind of aware of, but it's not an emotional thing, it's more of an outward thing, because Pentacles are about the outward stuff. So Pentacles A King of Pentacles could be an estate agent, or a King of Pentacles could be you that is looking to take money to invest in buying a property, something like that. King of Pentacles is literally someone that does something in the outside world, but it's all about what you have. So it's using your resources. This is what the King of Pentacles for me does. He literally uses his resources, what he has. This person's risen to a point of prominence in his life. So he has gone through some real struggles to get to where he is. But for me, the King of Pentacles in the you now says that you are very much responsible for much going on in your life, but for the tangible things, for the things that you're controlling within January 2017. This isn't about your passions in 2017. You now, it's not about you feeling particularly passionate about something, or you're not a King of Pentacles where you feel, sorry, a King of Cups, where you feel highly emotional about something, Leo, or, you know, or you're emotionally okay, or you're emotionally getting there with the King of Cups. And you're not a King of Swords where you're using your mental strategy, or you're communicating directly about a situation, or you're cutting something out, or you might be being detached or something like that. You're a King of Pentacles. This is you, King of Pentacles, in January 2017. And you are being terribly, terribly intelligent. I feel around your money, finances, your lifestyle. King of Pentacles, takes lifestyle very, very important. So I feel that you're being really responsible around lifestyle, what you're doing in terms of the things that you have, the things that you are responsible for, whether that's your children, whether that's your own, exercise regime, whether that's your job, that type of thing. We've got the moon around that. And the moon, it's, for me, this is, the King of Pentacles is somebody who is very attracted to earthly matters. So he likes good wine and women and, fast cars. So he's not just about being responsible. This is somebody who really likes sex and that type of thing. But I feel that it's almost like your responsibilities might be leading to, or the amount of responsibility you seem to have in January 2017, Leo, might be leading to some form of anxiety, I feel, with the moon. I mean, we could be looking at maybe somebody who has some very deep, dark urges, maybe, with that moon card, because the King of Pentacles is a very deep individual who thrives on his urges. So potentially maybe there is, you feel very in touch with your deepest and darkest desires, maybe with the moon card, something like that. But I don't feel it's that. I feel that you are more, the responsibilities that you have, because you are showing in the you now as the King of Pentacles. So this is what you are now. You could be successful. But, but it also shows somebody who has all the responsibility. And I do feel that it's primarily the responsibility that you have, Leo, that is putting you in a position of feeling maybe a little bit anxious, a little bit worried even with that moon card. Because the root issue is that you have many ideas on how to, with that Magician, I feel, start something. The Magician is to start. The Magician means I have resources at my fingertips. But what I need to do with these resources is start something. So when you're a magician, you're a creator. We've got two people here that are in charge, a King of Pentacles and we've got a Magician. And both cards, whether you're, you are the King of Pentacles. You now position as the King of Pentacles. With the moon card, it might be that you have a very, it could be that, you have the power, because the kings are powerful individuals. So maybe financially you're in a very powerful position to exploit or to explore your deepest desires, maybe with the moon card. And therefore the root issue is that, there are many ideas floating around on how you make something happen, because the Magician is about making something happen. So we can't always, I guess, read the moon card as worry and anxiety. Sometimes this is, a feeling that really gnaws at you, like a deep, deep dream or a deep, deep desire. Something really kind of gnaws at you. And we know that the King of Pentacles is very, very passionate about money, making money. So it might be that you are, in a very powerful position concerning some very, very strong dreams that you have regarding your future going into the you know, carrying on into the year 2017. But the root issue this month is, you know, you've got many ideas on how you're going to make this happen, because Eight of Wands often means many ideas, many things, many projects. And the Magician is, how do I make things happen, or how do I maintain control? So it could be that maybe you've got many things that you're dealing with as well. Eight of Wands, many projects, a lot of work, a lot of communication that you're dealing with in the month of January 2017, and maybe it's your job around that, is how you keep control of everything. Because, you know, if it's a case of that you are responsible for much going on in your life in January 2017, Leo, and there might be some anxiety around that, then perhaps it could be that, you know, the root issue is that you're dealing with so many things all at the one time, and you're needing to keep control of these things. On the other hand, it might be that, you know, because you're in such a position, you know, you have physical power over your deepest dreams, the moon. And the issue for the month is, you know, with all of these ideas, how do I make the one thing happen, or where do I start with this Magician card? Because as a result of that, or within that, what we're seeing is Judgment. And Judgment is paying attention to what our inner feelings are telling us. So sometimes, you know, you can be trying to do too many things all at the one time, Leo, and Judgment will be like, hold on a minute, you know, I'm going to give you a bad back. Universe is going to give you a bad back. I know it sounds weird, but it's just the universe's way of saying that you need to slow down over something. There's something here that says, you know, you need to pay attention. That maybe you're going too fast, because you've got Judgment and that Knight of Wands there. So for some of you guys, you're going to need to pay attention, I feel, with the Judgment card, that maybe, just maybe, you're going a little bit too fast in a particular situation. Oh my God, just about to take all my eyeshadow off. You know, because you do seem to have the power, this King of Pentacles, and it's showing in the you now position. So this is you guys. Now, when the you now position shows up, this is how you feel. This is how you're approaching things. And you do feel quite in charge as that King of Pentacles. But the fact that you're feeling in charge, it could either be leading to you feeling like, oh God, I feel so exhausted. I feel really tired having all of this responsibility with that moon. You know, the moon can mean exhaustion, mental exhaustion, even physical exhaustion, you know. You might be feeling a sense of, oh, I just like a bit of a break. Because the root issue is you got too many things. Maybe with that Magician card that you need to deal with. Maybe there's lots of communication that you're needing to deal with. Maybe you're needing to communicate back with this Magician card. Maybe there's, you know, you get the Eight of Wands, it means there's a lot of things happening. It's a very busy time. It's it's a time of proactivity. It's a time of dealing with lots of messages. It's a time of, you know, lots of ideas. And with that Magician, it's about, for me, creating or making things work, or, you know, how do you harness the one thing from a load of ideas? And maybe as a result of that, Judgment is saying, you know, hold on a minute, listen to your higher wisdom, listen to what other people are saying. You know, maybe, you know, the Judgment card is, you know, you're moving too fast with this Knight of Wands. Because your challenge is the Four of Wands, and that's a family situation, or that can be the initial success over a situation. We're going to get another card with this Four of Wands. You know, I feel that your challenge is to feel happy and stable, maybe. You've got Four of Wands and Four of Pentacles, and that can mean somebody who feels happy and stable. But at the same time, it could be maybe the challenge is something to do with the home and something to do with your finances, especially if, you know, maybe this is, you know, the King of Pentacles is showing us you in the you now position. So this shows you guys, and you possibly are, you know, in charge of finances here. And maybe that is leading to some difficulties, maybe with that moon card, because there are, you know, with the Eight of Wands, a lot of things might be up in the air. Regarding the Magician, how you get something started, or how you get some form of success, or take control maybe of a situation here, Leo, in which you need to make a judgment. Could be over a move, or what direction you take. It could be over a move, because the Knight of Wands means a move. It can be in a home move, especially as your challenge seems to be the Four of Wands. So it could be Four of Wands can be a move, home move, and it could be the Four of Pentacles is something to do with savings or money. So maybe there's something worrying you. Could be something around money or savings. For some of you guys, it will be an idea or something like that, but you're moving too fast with it. You know, you're trying to do everything all at once, and maybe the universe is telling you to slow down, because your challenge is being maybe happy with what you've got. Because the Four of Wands for me is happiness, and the Four of Pentacles is what you've got. So for some of you guys, the challenge might be being happy with what you've got, which is why you want to swoop in and do things real quick here in January 2017. Just going to get the present situation card. So I feel that you are worried about your stability. Could also be another person though, because we've got the Nine of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. Now when you get cards like the Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, and then you get a card showing next door, it should tell you what the worry is over. So it might be that you're worried about something financial, your stability, your home. You've looked at the finances. It might be that there is worry because maybe your partner's looked at the finances. Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles in a reading of soulmates. So, you know, the Queen of Pentacles could be your other half, for example. Maybe you're worried because your Queen has taken a look at finances. This is the person that would take a look at the finances. And this is the person, the King of Pentacles, who knows what's going on. So this is the investigator, really, for me, the Queen of Pentacles is. And the King of Pentacles is when you know what's going on. So, because the kings do, and the queens be. So I feel that, you know, but Queen of Pentacles is also a card about wealth and being stable and secure financially. So it might be worried that you're worrying over your financial stability. You know, we don't get, you know, financial instability with the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles never shows financial instability, but it shows, for me, the need to look at finances and the need to evaluate your finances and the need just to keep a track of the finances, basically. And when you've gained that knowledge over your finances, then you become a king, because you know what's going on. But you know that the tarot will work itself into the tapestry of a story when you kind of interweave it into different cards. So I feel that you are worried over maybe something to do with finances here, because we can see the challenge is maybe your home and finance and stability, or maybe being happy and stable could be the challenge, because, you know, you got a lot of ideas maybe that you want to make happen with that Magician card, and maybe it's leading to the present situation, Leo, as you guys being worried because you've taken a look at the finances and you're kind of like, well, I don't know whether I can actually do this right now. I don't know whether I'm in a position that I can do something right now, you know. Because the best case scenario is the Six of Wands and the Four of Cups, which is an interesting combination. These are called contra cards. When you get cards that oppose one another, that, you know, when you get two cards like the what do they call it? Like the clarifier and the main card. You know, how you work those cards out is what is the similarity between both. And sometimes you get cards that are called contra cards, whereby one opposes the other. Now, the Six of Wands we know is a happy card because it's about victory. But the Four of Cups is about, it's not about victory, it's about disappointment. And it's about not wanting something. It's about apathy and boredom. And I can't be bothered, and I don't like this. So this is a very positive card, and this is a very negative. We don't have two positives, and we don't have two negatives. So the most likely outcome, or the best case scenario, the crowning thoughts for you Leos in the first 2 weeks of January. Well, Six of Wands is success, and it's overcoming challenges. But the Four of Cups is doubt. So maybe there is a positive situation that you are doubting, or you're feeling that this isn't the right time. Six of Wands can also be that somebody is making an approach to you, but you're rejecting an approach. So it might be that you're rejecting. The best case scenario right now is rejecting success, or a sense of, you know, rejecting some form of an approach, especially if you want to do something. You are the King of Pentacles here in the you now position. And you are the master of probably a project or finances, or you're responsible for something here, I feel, in January 2017, Leo. But it might be with the Moon card that this is making you feel a little bit burdened with that Moon card, because you seem to have a lot of, the root issue is you got a lot of ideas here, or there's a lot of things going on, and you need to make something happen, or you're responsible for making something happen here. The Eight of Wands also is you've got many projects, or there's a lot of proactivity, or there's a lot of activity going on. And I feel with that Magician card, it's about ideas leading to something happening here, which is the root issue. So there's something that I feel in January you want to make happen. You're in a position that you can do that, but I just get the sense that there is a lot of kind of overwhelming feelings going on at the responsibilities that some of you guys might be holding in a certain area in your lives in January. And therefore, as a result of that, you're either going to have to make a judgment whether to move forward with this thing, with that Knight of Wands, or it could be that, you are, the Judgment card is saying that there is an awakening or a realisation, maybe with that Knight of Wands, that you're going too fast or you're taking too much on. It might be the challenge is your home security, Four of Wands and that Four of Pentacles. So if there's something that you want to do, for example, there's an investment or something you've got to put money into. It might be for some of you guys that you're looking at putting up collateral. Your house as collateral, for example. Because we do have the Four of Wands and Four of Pentacles being the challenge. So it could be, on the one hand, it might be the challenge as well. My challenge is to be happy and stable as I am. Because we can see here that you're taking on such a responsibility as that King of Pentacles, it's making you sick or it's making you really nervous. So it might be that you take on so much, you've got so much, there's a lot of ideas, a lot of communication, a lot of ideas with that Eight of Wands, but you're going to have to make something happen as a result of that. And you need to make a judgment as to whether you either move in that decision, that direction with the Knight of Wands. It could even be around a house move, or it might be that there is an awakening here as a result of this Eight of Wands and Magician, that maybe you're just moving too fast, maybe you're just doing too much. Because your challenge is the Four of Wands and Four of Pentacles. Well, why can't I just be happy and stable as I am? Or it could be, if I want to invest in a certain area here as a Leo in January 2017, maybe I need to put my house up for collateral. And maybe, the Four of Wands is my home and this is my security. So, if the challenge is your home security, then are you having to put up, ask the bank for a loan against your house, put a second mortgage on the house, that type of thing. And maybe that's why in the present situation, you seem to be worrying over, your finances, or because you've taken a re-look at the finances. It might be that you're worrying over this person here. It could be a partner who's an earth sign, who you talk to about this. Maybe because sometimes when you get the Nine of Swords crying at the Queen of Pentacles, it could be there's a partner that you're talking to about it. And, that partner might say, well, or friend, Queen of Pentacles can be a friend or an advisor. Or it might be that you're speaking to a financial advisor. Queen of Pentacles can be a financial advisor, and you're saying, look, I need a loan for this, this, and this. And it might be that the best outcome so far, Leo, is that victory is not certain with the Four of Cups. So if we look at that as a combination, it might be victory, Six of Wands, is not certain, Four of Cups. Because Four of Cups means not certain, and the Six of Wands is victory. So it might be the best case scenario is it's best not to do anything around something you're interested in going for, Leo, because it's just not the right time to do it. It might be for some of you guys, you're thinking about putting a second mortgage on the home, or you're putting something up for collateral, or you're risking something on the home. And I feel the cards are saying this is not the best time to do this. It's a bad idea. In the immediate future, we've got the Two of Swords, and I'm going to get another card with that one. I feel that you'll take time out, you won't do anything, and you'll also be mentally at some form of a crossroads, and it's around finances, money, making an investment, because you got this Two of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. When you get the Seven of Pentacles, it's about somebody who's made an investment. They're looking at how much money they've got, how much effort they've put into building an amount of money. Usually when you get the Seven of Pentacles, especially when it's something to do with homes or moving or investment, this person has actually got the money in the bank. And we can see that the King of Pentacles is, because you're the King of Pentacles, that usually means money in the bank. You got money, you got something there. It could be also with the King of Pentacles, you as a King of Pentacles status driven. Or maybe you're feeling your status is unclear at the moment with that King of Pentacles and the Moon. Potentially. But in the immediate future, I feel that you'll be in two minds over an investment that you want to make. Because you've got that two of thoughts. It can mean to be in two minds. And it can also mean, actually, my mind is saying don't do anything at the moment. So it's either that you're not going to do something, or you'll be in two minds over a particular investment that you want to make. Coming in around that, we've got the Seven of Cups. And we're going to get another card with that Seven of Cups. Well, it might be that an option comes to you via a Queen of Wands, and Queen of Wands can often be somebody who can give some really good advice. So you've got the Seven of Cups here, and the Seven of Cups means to be considering options. So it might be that you're considering options from a Queen of Wands. So this could be somebody who's alternative. Maybe it's a case of that you are. Who is the Queen of Wands, though? I mean, she could be a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. In fact, this is bloody well you. What am I saying? Of course. Queen of Wands, and this can be you, obviously. You do show as a King of Pentacles here, but this is actually you. Queen of Wands is often either seen as an Aries or a Leo individual. Somebody might also have options that they want to present to you, because you've got this Seven of Cups. This guy is looking at the Seven of Cups, and there you are. So maybe you're the option here, because I feel that you're in two minds over making an investment. Okay. In a particular area of something or other in January 2017, Leo. And the influences around that is because it might be that you've got many options to maybe pursue a particular course of action as that Queen of Wands. And it could be that there are many options here that you might be feeling quite confident with as that Queen of Wands energy, because you are the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands means to be confident and motivated and ambitious. She's rooted in water, remember, so she will derive her decisions from her knowledge, from her intuition, and her knowledge will be based on, she's fire, so she becomes very, very passionate about it. So it might be that there are many options while you're in two minds about making a particular investment in a certain areas. It's because there are many options, more options that you could potentially become quite passionate about. So there might be other things that you decide to get passionate about rather than risking money. It might be that you're looking to invest in something, Leo, because maybe, you're crying out for something to do, or you're crying out for something to get, excited about, or you're crying out for something to give you that oomph. And when you get the Queen of Wands, this is somebody who gets excited about many projects or many options. This is what she does. She's an entrepreneur, but she's also someone who likes to be really, really busy. So it could be, you might be re-evaluating making an investment here, or risking some form of money, because what's coming in as a result of that influence is coming in, and that there will be many other doors opening to the Queen of Wands. That's to you. That will give you. I feel that it's either something to do with a home move, or you're trying to fill a void or a gap here, or you're trying to do something in order to, from January, start building success going through. But it might be the wrong way that you're going about it, or you're risking something that you shouldn't be risking. So I feel that there will be many other options for you to kind of make your mark here as that Queen of Wands. Because I feel that as the King of Pentacles, it's almost like there's too much of a burden for you to take, Leo, here. And that could be causing the anxiety, I feel, with that Moon card. Because I do feel that there is something causing you anxiety here. And I feel it's the responsibility that you've taken on as that King of Pentacles. Because you are actually a Queen of Wands. You're not a King of Pentacles. But you're taking on the traits of that. The big I am. And it's causing you. It's almost like you're trying to... You're trying to be something that you're not, so that you can acquire some form of greatness. But it's not right for you, because there are many ideas, many things, many different things that you're working with. But it's almost like with the Magician, you've got to make something happen. There's many ideas because you want to make something happen. But, you have to make a judgment on what direction, maybe with that Knight of Wands, that you want to take. Or, maybe you have to make a judgment on a move. Or you've got to make a judgment, and that judgment is saying, well, there's an awakening. Well, maybe I'm moving too fast. Maybe I'm too enthusiastic to do this too fast with that Knight of Wands. Because it could simply be that maybe the Four of Wands is the home, Four of Pentacles is stability. You're risking your family stability or financial stability with the Four of Pentacles. Or, you know, the Four of Pentacles is sometimes the need to be cautious around money or rein in your spending, that type of thing. But it's leaving you in the present situation as being worried. You might be crying or being upset, Leo, to a Queen of Pentacles. So you might be pouring out your heart or pouring out your worries either to a partner or a financial investor or advisor, somebody else that you go to. Or it might be that you're worried about the finance, you know, when you've literally taken a look at the balance sheet properly, it's like, oh shit, I can't afford to do this. So, you know, the most likely outcome so far for something you guys are looking to do, and it could be where you're risking a bit of cash in January, is, you know, victory is not certain, I feel, with that Six of Wands and the Four of Cups, because in the immediate future you will be uncertain about. Two of Swords can often mean uncertainty. You will be uncertain about making an investment here, because there are many options that could lead to you, being at the helm maybe of a project or helming something here with that Seven of Cups and the Queen of Wands. And, you know, what's your hopes or fears? Well, we've got the Nine of Cups, which must be a hope. So you're hoping for the Nine of Cups and the Three of Wands. So it's that, you know, wishes coming true, that you're going to achieve, you make an achievement in order to start realising with that Three of Wands a new future. So the Nine of Cups often means happiness, and it means great fulfilment, and it means great abundance, and happiness is going to bring in what you want with that Three of Wands. So it's almost like it's not your, you know, and I feel that your hopes with this Nine of Cups and the Three of Wands, the Nine of Cups is where you're satisfied, job well done, or, you know, I've reached a point of just feeling really happy as a result of doing something. And I feel, because, Leo, it seems to me that you block out, or you decide, you're uncertain about making an investment. It's causing you worry anyway with this, you being the King of Pentacles here in the you now position. The King of Pentacles is worried with that Moon card, because you've got many ideas that you want to make happen with the Magician. But as a result of that, you need to make a judgment maybe on a move, or am I moving too fast? Because maybe there is a risk, Four of Wands, to the family finances, Four of Pentacles. And therefore in the present it leaves you worried over your financial stability within the family, or what you've seen on the spreadsheets, or, you know, you're speaking to a financial investor or a friend. So, and you conclude within the first 2 weeks that, you know, victory is not assured with that Four of Cups. So therefore you will be in two minds, or you're going to kind of like be undecided about making an investment, because there are other doors to success. Seven of Cups and you, the Queen of Wands, to your success here. And you'll be hoping that, you know, maybe if you can just be happy with what you have, or just feel contented inside of yourself, it will lead to other things coming in with that Three of Wands. And therefore the outcome shows as the Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, sorry, and the Six of Swords. Fresh ideas help you to change your mind, or fresh ideas allow you to overcome any struggles that you are having, or they, you know, this Ace of Wands, when you get the Ace of Wands, it's new inspiration, and there is new inspiration coming in with you, because the Seven of Cups shows here as a result of you blocking out, or being in two minds, or being undecided about making an investment in a certain area here. You know it's too much to take on, Leo. There's something in January 2017 that you guys have your high hopes up about, but it's too much of a risk at this time to take in January 2017. So you decide to call it quits, I feel, on that. And you decide on another course of action with that Seven of Cups in you, because there are a multitude of ways that would lead to success with that Seven of Cups and the Queen of Wands, and that's you, the Queen of Wands here. Or you know, you've got many choices with the Seven of Cups that could lead to you being at the helm, or being in charge of a project, or whatever it is. I feel that you need to be in charge of something, but it's something off your own back. It's nothing to do with the actual work that you do. It's something that you're doing from your own pocket, your own money. But there's something for some of you guys you might be thinking about putting at risk, and that wouldn't be a good idea financially right now. And you do know that, because the best case scenario, or the crowning thought area, is saying that for that Six of Wands victory with the Four of Cups, for me, victory is not assured, because the Four of Cups is uncertain and the Six of Wands is victory. So victory isn't assured with those two cards, as far as I'm concerned. So, you know, as a result of these doors opening, other doors, other ways for the Queen of Wands to achieve, and that's you, to achieve success. Your hope will be that happiness, just feeling, you know, a sense of happiness and contentment is going to lead to the universe bringing in greater things with that Three of Wands. And therefore the outcome says, for me, new inspiration, new ideas, and this is from you, an epiphany moment, a realisation with that Ace of Wands, leads to you being able to overcome any difficulties in this reading in January that you had felt as that King of Pentacles and the Moon card at the beginning, and as you have felt in the present situation. Because you have felt a bit down about something here not coming off, because you've had to perhaps relinquish an idea on something here. But he's saying don't worry about it, because this fresh approach where it's not all about the money, it's certainly not about you risking something. There's other ways for you to have great success as the Queen of Wands here, Leo. But you're not going to get great success by risking. And we can see that there is risk with money somewhere along the line because you're worried. Nine of Swords around that Queen of Pentacles. The challenge is that Four of Wands and that Four of Pentacles. And also you're in two minds about money. So we know that there's something, and also this King of Pentacles, which is often somebody who is in charge of something material as well. Somebody who's at the helm of something here, often materially, money-wise, whatever it is. And there's worry around this. So you know what? We know that the worry is centered somewhere around finances. Possibly risking something of your own. But it's almost like it's saying with that Seven of Cups, well, why don't you look at things in a different way? Different options could lead to your success. You are the Queen of Wands after all, Leo. Leos like to be in charge. So different ways. There's different routes to you being in charge. But you don't have to risk what you've got to get there, Leo. And therefore, this new inspiration, new idea that comes to you is going to lead to you being able to move on to other things, better things, that are going to give you the success that you need. So it's a great month, Leo, for you. But I feel that it's almost saying, the reading, that you need to, you need to not be so precious about holding on to things, okay? I feel that, the outcome is, fresh ideas, new inspiration will help you to move on. If you allow your intuition, or if you rely on your intuition with that High Priestess, you'll make some small progresses here, it seems to me, with those cards. So there is progress being made here, but I feel that for some of you guys, you're so raring in January to get going, in being such a success. It's like now. And sometimes, we've got this Mercury retrograde coming up. So, things are not going to happen as fast as we would like them to. There's all the ideas to get things going really fast because we want to make sure that we're on time in 2017. We don't want to lose a heartbeat. We don't want to lose a moment. 2016 was filled with a lot of introspection. And it was, I think it was felt by all the signs where we were all going through this thing of, thinking about 2015 and, still making mistakes in a way, and still, thinking about the past and how we could rectify the past and make it better for this, and this. And 2016 was actually a year number 9, and year number 9s mean completion, which means that things, we had all those stars, David Bowie and Prince and everyone dying, all those celebrities, but it really, it was saying that a lot of these people were dying because it was a year of completion. It was really sort of, clearing out the old and making way for the new. 2017 is really regarded as year number 1 where we're all starting over again. And I feel that's why so many people are almost in a rush, a real frantic rush to get things going. And that's why it's like, I need to invest in this or do this because if I start in January, then by, July I could be this and this. But the universe is saying, hold on. You don't want to move too fast in this reading. You don't want to be risking what you've got. Think about it carefully. There's other ways to success. So it's up to you to investigate that. Okay? It really is up to you to investigate that. Okay, let's get the angel card and see what the angels are saying for Leos in the month of January 2017. Universe, Spirit, what advice do you have for Leos? What advice do you have for Leos? What advice do you have for Leos, Sun, Moon and Rising signs in the month of January 2017? Show me. It says you're ready. And that's a great card to get. And I feel that you are ready, definitely. We're going to get the meaning of that. All your past experiences have led to this moment. You've studied and grown spiritually in many ways. There is nothing more to do. You're ready to move forward and to embrace the person you know in your heart you are meant to be. The world is anxiously awaiting the contributions that following your life purpose will provide. You may have to put yourself first in this situation. It's time to do what is right for you. And I do agree with that. I do agree with that. But I drew some other cards and I couldn't work out what they meant really. We've got the Devil as well. I mean, we had in the outcome the Eight of Wands, new inspiration for me. May allow a change in direction or the ability to navigate choppy waters. As if you rely on your intuition, it will lead to small progress. And it seems to me almost the Devil, your hard work, possibly the Hermit and study will lead to the Wheel of Fortune. So there's something that you have already been preparing yourself for, I feel. And this is why it's saying you're ready. Because I feel there's something that you guys have already been preparing yourself for. But I do feel that right now, obviously in January, is not the right time to be pursuing something. I feel it must be the Mercury retrograde, that type of thing. All right, but there's something here that suggests to me you are ready for something to grow, to become big. Yes, definitely, Leo. But I would say that in January is not the right time, possibly not even in February. Okay, I don't feel it's the right time. I feel that you need to look at other ways to garner some form of success. And even though the cards are saying you're ready and you are, this still doesn't say to me that you should risk any type of financial input or risk anything that's going to put something at risk within your family or whatever, your house or whatever it is. And that there are other ways that you can garner success. But if it puts anything at risk within your life, it's probably not going to be worth it right at this moment in time. That is your reading, Leo, for January 2017. I would like to say thank you so much for choosing Carol's Universe. And I will see you guys, hopefully on your love reading, should be in around, I don't know, third week or something like that in January. Just depends on how I get on. I've got a lot of personal readings to get through, so I'll speak to you guys very soon. Love you loads. Oh yeah, Victor, love you loads. Just want to say hello to my very good friend Victor. He's watching my videos and I love him dearly. Hope you're alright. I hope you had a really good year and I hope you all had a good year. And I'll speak to you guys soon. Take care.